Hello and welcome to Baba Eats, where I make delicious, healthy meals for my family, including my toddler. Today, we're going to be making some French toast. I'm going to be using the challah bread that I made recently, and this was my first time making this bread, and I was using an old family recipe, and it came out a little bit dry, possibly because it was overcooked, and I didn't include enough liquid, being that I'm in a very dry environment. So it wasn't super delicious. It was pretty tasty, but could have been better. However, I think that it's going to make really, really good French toast. And to help with that dryness, I am going to be soaking it in some oat milk and getting it nice and soggy before I create French toast with it. So I had this stored in the freezer. I just took it out of the freezer since I made it several days ago. I wanted it to not get too stale. So I stored it in the freezer. Now I'm going to be pouring some oat milk on top of it. Here's my bread. I'm going to put the lid on and turn it over a couple of times so that the oat milk can get on the top as well as the bottom, and then I'm going to store it in the fridge. All right, we are back. It's actually the next day. I let this soak overnight, and my bread absorbed all of the milk that I had in there. That was a pretty substantial amount of milk, and the bread, while absorbing all of that milk, did still retain its integrity. It's not totally falling apart. So that worked out well, and it just goes to show how dry this bread was, that it was able to absorb all of that liquid and still maintained its integrity and didn't just fall apart in my dish here. So the next step that I'm going to be doing is coating the bread in the egg mixture and cooking it on the stove. I'm going to be using some avocado oil in here and letting that heat up. This is a Fissler ceramic pan, and I have really enjoyed this pan. I would recommend it for sure, but it has a ceramic nonstick coating, so it doesn't have the PFAS or PFOS or Teflon or anything like that that might be worried about with a Teflon pan. I'm going to put a little bit of oat milk in there with the egg. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt and some cinnamon. And I'm going to mix this up and then dip my bread, both sides in here before putting it into my pan. Okay, my egg mixture is mixed, and I'll add that the salt and cinnamon that I put in here is optional, but I do think that it makes it tasty. So now I'm going to drop my bread into the egg mixture, and since it's already been soaked, I don't have to really spend time waiting and letting it soak into the egg mixture. So just make sure that all sides are nicely coated, and then I'm going to stick it into my hot pan. Make sure my pan isn't too hot. Turn down the temp a little on there, and continue on with my next slice. Alrighty, that's all I can put in there for now, so I'm going to let that cook, then I will flip them over and I will show you the finished French toast. Alrighty, my French toast is looking delicious. I'm gonna stick it on the plate here. I'm gonna top it with some plain yogurt. I'm gonna put some raspberries and blueberries on the plate and a little bit of maple syrup. And there it is, delicious French toast. Can't wait to try it. And here is my daughter's plate. I have a strip of French toast for her, some raspberries and blueberries, and some yogurt with a little bit of maple syrup. She usually likes her yogurt plain, so I don't know if she'll eat the maple syrup yogurt today, but we will find out. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon.